Good evening and welcome to the Legends edition on KBC Channel 1. I am Fayyaz Qureshi. Our sign language interpreter for tonight's edition is Lucy Mwara. But first, a quick look at stories making headlines on tonight's bulletin.
Together to call on all parties to actualize the ceasefire.
End hostilities and embrace dialogue. EAC and SADC joint summit on Eastern DRC conflict commits to the search for peace.
Tunaanza meeting sasa na bado tunaendelea nazo, lakini tutakapokuwa wiki hii tukamilisha tutawajulisha, tutaita tena na tutawajulisha.
Mbotela's final journey. Family of the late legendary broadcaster says burial plans have begun. Best of the best, brilliant Jeff Career and Daniel Abenyo win this year's Athletics Kenya Batika National Cross Country Championship. Welcome back. President William Ruto has called on all parties involved in the conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo to cease hostilities and embrace dialogue. President Ruto, who co-chaired a summit of heads of state from the East African Community and South African Development Community in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, emphasized the need for robust commitment to achieve a sustainable peace, development and integration in DRC and across the region.
The heads of state and representatives from the East African Community and South African Development Community Emergency Summit called for an immediate ceasefire to stop further loss of innocent lives.
We stand together to call on all parties to actualize the ceasefire, and specifically on the M23 to hold further advancement and the armed forces of DRC to cease all retaliatory measures.
Calling for concerted efforts from the EAC and SADC states, President Ruto and his co-chair, President Emmerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe, urged the warring factions, including DRC armed forces and the M23, to commit to dialogue.
An immediate ceasefire is the only way by which we can create necessary conditions for constructive dialogue and implementation of a comprehensive peace agreement.
President Ruto noted the opportunity to leverage the gains and lessons of the Luanda and Nairobi peace processes.
Such an approach will bring all our assets to bear and minimize the possibility of parallel initiatives that duplicate and undermine progress, including creating unnecessary competition as we strive for peace.
The summit was hosted by President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania and attended by President Hassan Mohamud of Somalia, Paul Kagame of Rwanda, Uganda's Yoweri Museveni, and Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia. President Felix Tshisekedi of Democratic Republic of Congo attended virtually, while other countries were represented by vice presidents, prime ministers, and cabinet ministers.
I thus challenge all of us to approach the agenda before us with openness, honesty, flexibility, and commitment to building a lasting peace for Mother Africa.
As active members of EAC and SADC, we have to remain resolute in our quest to see peaceful and stable regional blocs, with our countries standing tall and harmoniously coexisting.
The summit was held a day after a ministerial meeting which proposed the merging of the African Union-led Luanda and the East African Community-led Nairobi processes to eliminate overlapping elements for effective conflict resolution. DRC has been in a crisis since 23rd March when M23 rebels seized the city of Goma last week. According to the United Nations, about 3,000 people have been killed and over 2,800 injured. Giverson Minor, Legends Edition.
A section of elected leaders from northeastern region has lauded President William Ruto for abolishing the vetting of persons living in border counties for issuance of national identification cards. The MPs say the constituents have for long suffered due to discrimination during application for the document.
Barely a day after President William Ruto directed there will be no vetting of persons during the issuance of national identification cards in border counties, a section of political leadership from the Somali community have welcomed the move and committed to support the government of the day.
Sisi kama hii jamii, sisi ndo tunajua umuhimu ya kuondolewa vetting. Si hakuna kitu mtakifundisha. Tumezaliwa hapa na tutakuwa.
We are Kenyans, we have every right to get their ID cards and the passports without vetting.
The lawmakers were accompanied Mining and Blue Economy Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho to the opening of a gold souk in Eastleigh, Nairobi, also told of critics of President William Ruto, saying the head of state was focusing on developing all communities in Kenya.
Those especially who are making noise why these things have been removed, please, it's a right that we had, a right that has been withheld. Why would it be a problem to you? Hata wewe ukipewa right yako ambayo tuka withheld, sisi kama jamii wa Somalia tutafurahia.
Jambo muhimu Mheshimiwa Rais alifanya ni kutuondolea vetting ya ID. Sijui kwa nini inauma jamii moja tu sisi kutuondolewa vetting. Jameni, tunawaambia tena na tena, sisi ni Wakenya wenzenu. Sisi hata nambari yetu ikiongezeka, kwa nini inawauma?
Mimi nimekulia katika hali ya kugandamizwa nikiwa mdogo, nikiambiwa kwamba wewe si Mkenya kamili, simama kando, wacha tuhakikishe kwamba wewe ni mzaliwa.
CS Joho urged the Somali community to take advantage of the abolishment of the ID vetting process and register en masse as voters.
Let them be prepared, because right now sisi wote tukubaliane tunaunga mkono William Ruto, si ndio? Afanikiwe sasa, aendelee tena, akimaliza tu hata sisi tunangojea, tunataka hiyo kiti.
On Wednesday, during a working tour of Wajir County, President William Ruto signed a presidential proclamation to officially abolish identification cards vetting for residents of the Northern Frontier region. Gishoki Washira, Legends Edition.
The family of the late legendary broadcaster Leonard Mbotela has announced that preparations for his burial have begun. According to the family's spokesperson, Donald Mbotela, the date and location of the burial will be disclosed soon. Meanwhile, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is among those who visited the late broadcaster's home in Nairobi to condole with his family. Raila described Mbotela as a patriot, a friend and a political advisor.
I was with my sister in the ward. We were just holding each other, looking at him. He just looked at us and he just closed his eyes peacefully. And that was it. Yeah. It broke us as a family. Of course, we were disappointed. But again, we say the Lord gave him to us and the Lord has taken him.
Wageni bado hatujafanya chochote. Kama nilivyokuambia, tunaanza meeting sasa na bado tunaendelea nazo. Lakini tutakapokuwa wiki hii tukamilisha, tutawajulisha, tutaita tena na tutawajulisha.
And he's been one of my close advisors politically. So we've lost a Kenyan patriot, somebody who did not think too much of self, but thought of others, and also taught people how to live with each other in a way that respects other people's rights.
A big loss to the nation, an absolute legend, and may the Almighty rest his soul in eternal peace. Amen. Now, a section of veteran media personalities who worked closely with the late legendary broadcaster Leonard Mbotela have described him as a generous and selfless person who always wanted the best for his colleagues. They shared with Kamche Menza memories of working with the legendary broadcaster who took his last bow on Friday.
Leonard Mbotela has known the late veteran journalist Leonard Mbotela for over 50 years.
Nilikuwa nishamsikia miaka mingi. Yeye kina Jobo Isaac Mwamto, kina Daniel Njuguna Gatei na wengi wao walikuwa hapo miaka hiyo iliyopita. Sasa ilikuwa tukiwashabikia sana.
To Leonard, his namesake, whom he met when he joined the Voice of Kenya, was more than a colleague. Sharing a name made them even closer.
Sasa mimi niko naye pia alikuwa anafurahi kwamba asema Somo, tulikuwa naitwa na Somo. Lakini Leonard, mimi ni Leonard. Nikitembea naye tu mambo, naambia hata huyu pia ni mwenzangu huyu. Yaani alikuwa pia na roho ile kufanya wewe usiwache nyuma. Hakutaka tu ile netaje limelight, yani yeye ndio ajulikane zaidi. Anataka pia wengine watambulike.
James Kibiego Arap Tanui joined VOK in 1976. Although he was later posted to work in Kisumu, the only Kalenjin radio service then, he has fond memories of working with the Jehu Nyungwana presenter.
Na yeye alikuwa yuko tayari kukuonyesha njia, na alituonyesha njia sana. Wale ambao tulifaidika kufanya kazi na yeye ni mtu alikuwa mkamamavu kabisa, ambaye alikuwa na furaha wakati wote.
Another renowned radio broadcaster, Sakina Mohammed, now retired, sharpened her journalism skills under Mambo when she was employed in 1989.
Kawaida yake na matichari yake na ucheshi wake na mafunzo alotupa yalifanya baadhi yetu tuende mbali sana.
They all recall a few memorable moments with Mambo while at work, including the 1982 coup.
Sasa mimi niko natengeza ile roster ya usomaji habari. Sasa anakuja saa nyingine anakuta ameweka asome mambo fulani labda afurahi. Naambia bwana wewe usinitolee kitu niweke mahali pengine. Naambia bwana lakini mimi pia nafuata sheria. Lakini bado kwa tunakubaliana na mbalishia hiyo shift yake kusoma news. Na anafurahi, tunacheka naye, wewe somo matata sana. Alikuwa anapenda sana kuniambia wewe somo matata sana.
Kuna ule msemo watangazaji tukisema usipotolewa fanya shift mbili, wasema leo nimeogelea. Ushaona? Sasa Leonard Mambo alikuwa hataki hiyo mambo ya kuogelea. Yeye atakikifika 1:30 kama wamtoa, uko pale. Saa 2 akikusanya virago wewe ndio usome mkasa utoke.
Tulishangaa nikishuka Kisumu ndio nasikia serikali imepudiliwa, Mambo ninaongea. Na nilipomuuliza baadaye ya kwamba akaniambia sitasahau maisha yangu. Yale niliona ni maajabu.
After retirement, their social interactions as iconic veteran broadcasters were memorable.
Mimi na Tom Kazungu sasa tukaanzisha club moja ilikuwa inaitwa Indoi Citizen Club Vibro. Ile iko kule Nairobi West. Sasa siku moja nikamwambia Mambo, si wewe bwana wewe ni najua kuna sauti nzuri na unapendwa na watu. Suje uimbe ana mangeli pa nyimbo zile za zamani kabisa zile za kina Fundi Konde za kina nani. Ndio Mambo akaanza sasa kuimba kwa sababu atakatuvutia watu na watu wakijua ni Mambo watakuja wengi, alikuwa na mashabiki wengi sana.
Tunasikitika lakini tukikumbuka tumefanya birthday yake ya mwisho tunasikia yani tunaona pia Mungu alitupenda na alijua tunampenda Leonard.
Leonard Mbotela's former colleagues say though shocked by his departure, his legacy will live forever.
Hakutotokea mwingine kama Mambo. Hakutotokea mwingine. Maana watu hukaa ukasikia sauti huyu ukasema watangaza kama fulani. Namsikia Kanteneza si yeye ule ni fulani. Lakini Leonard Mambo hajawahi kutokea na sio nikitokea. Sijui.
At least serikali tuone kitu ambacho tutaweza tengeneza ambacho kitamleta jina lake ionekane Kenya nzima kwa siku za usoni.
Kamche Menza for the Legends edition.
A touching tribute by his colleagues. The beautiful memories will be cherished by the entire media fraternity for a lifetime. Moving on, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has expressed strong confidence in being appointed African Union Council chairman. Raila says, backed by the government, he has put up a solid campaign to convince member states he is the best fit for the job. If elected, Raila says his primary focus would be to harness Africa's vast resources, including its minerals, to improve the livelihoods of the people. Two other candidates, namely Mahmoud Ali Yusuf of Djibouti and Richard Randria Mandrato of Madagascar, will vie for the seat on Saturday, 15th of February 2025.
Ingawaji tuko na mali, lakini sisi ndio tuko mafukara. Hali ya maisha watu wetu katika bara la Afrika iko chini. Tunataka kubadilisha haya ili Afrika ienuke, na Afrika itajengwa tuna Afrika wenyewe, sio na wageni. Wageni wanakuja katika bara la Afrika kuja kujitajirisha, wanatafuta mali hapa kwetu, hawaji hapa kusaidia sisi kwa pande ya maendeleo. Lakini sisi tunataka kusema Afrika kwa Afrika, Africa for Africa. Na hiyo ndio mimi nasema, ndio sera yangu, na mimi nitarajia nitaweza kuchaguliwa. Nikichaguliwa, ninawaambia kwamba nitafanya vile ninavyotaka na vile ninavyoweza, nikiungana pamoja na viongozi wengine katika bara hii kuania hali ya maisha ya watu wetu.
Mining and Blue Economy Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho says gold being mined in Kenya will no longer be sold raw to the global market. Speaking when he graced the opening of the biggest gold markets in Eastleigh, Nairobi County, Joho urged gold traders, particularly from northeastern region, to apply for mining licenses to explore and extract the mineral deposits recently discovered in the region. The business community in Eastleigh called on the government to review the excise duty imposed on gold processing to boost the gold market.
There's a big opportunity in mining. Ile kitu mimi nataka mchange tu, hivyo kidogo kidogo, mkuje, tuwatafutie license, muende mfanye mining, mulete dhahabu hapa, bora mulipe ushuru tu. Bora mfanye nini? Ile ya kupitisha chini ya mpango hivi, it has to come to, kwa sababu najua mimi hiko. Na mimi siku hizi niko na askari wakali, ukiponyoka utanyakwa, na ukinyoka usilie.
Bwana CS, we will come to you with our proposals for ensuring Nairobi gets back the ability to import gold from the region as well as internally and process it here instead of it going to Dubai. One of the primary things that I can tell you in advance is the removal of 5% excise duty, which is actually match the profits that are normally made in processing gold from raw to bullion.
The reconstruction of the expanded Tana River Bridge and access roads is expected to end the suffering of the residents of Garissa and Tana River counties. The old bridge is usually submerged during the heavy rain season, often cutting the regions off from the rest of the country. The project, launched during President William Ruto's tour of Garissa County, is expected to cost 1.7 billion shillings.
President William Ruto launched the construction of the Tana River Bridge and approach roads during his walking tour of Garissa County.
Be okay. We should not expect any flooding at this bridge.
The new bridge, a replacement of the previous one commissioned in 1980, was necessitated by, among others, significant vibration and heavy good vehicles, the potential collapse of the old bridge due to its structural integrity, and occasional flooding during heavy rain seasons. Here, the contractor explains the scope of the project that is viewed as the gateway to the region.
Your Excellency, these are photos of some of the structures that we have done, and some of them we have backfilled. And this is a steel cage for the piling.
The project includes the construction of a 5-span, 150-meter-long bridge to replace the existing one, and approximately 1.4 kilometers of approach roads to be constructed or reconstructed to bitumen standards. The new bridge will comprise board cast-in plus piles, reinforced concrete abutments and piers, pre-stressed concrete gutters, and a reinforced concrete bridge deck. Other complementary initiatives to be implemented as part of the project include tree planting, maintenance of the existing bridge, and installation of street lights. Anticipated project benefits are assured connectivity between northeastern Kenya and the rest of the country, improved safety with walkways on either side of the bridge for non-motorized traffic, reduced vehicular and pedestrian animal traffic conflict, and job creation for those engaged during construction and maintenance. The El Nino phenomenon in November and December 2023 and April to May 2024 caused an overflow of River Tana, derailing construction. This has been remedied by drainage structures on the bridge approaches to ensure the safe disposal of flood waters. The project is expected to be completed by February next year. Isufar reporting for the Legends edition.
Residents of Nairobi County have been urged to utilize dustbins indoors and outdoors to promote cleanliness and environment conservation. Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja says a personal initiative coupled with professional cleaning by the Nairobi County Green Army will ensure the highest standard of hygiene is maintained in the central business district and residential areas.
The Nairobi County Green Army has begun cleaning up residential estates in efforts to restore cleanliness in common spaces. On Saturday morning, hundreds of personnel set out for Langata, Jogoo Road and Westlands. Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja emphasized the importance of collective responsibility in maintaining hygiene.
Once a week we come together, all of us. Normally it's at night on Sundays where we meet in the CBD. And if you go to the CBD today, you'll see a marked difference because, there is that deep cleaning. We have high pressure, washing with water. We have our Bowsers, we have all the equipment, the tools needed. We have our refuse compactors. And we want to inculcate the culture of having a clean city. We're also along the major arteries of Jogoo Road. We're along Outer Ring Road. We're in the eastland side. So there are different sub-counties. So only 7 of them are here today.
A section of the business community in Westlands hailed the exercise, calling on the county government to remain consistent.
Nimeona hiyo shughuli si mbaya, isipokuwa kama angekuwa akija karibu kila mwezi ili kuwe kusafi, sababu akikawia sana kuna chafuka.
3,500 personnel are engaged in the cleanup initiative, which is part of the Green Nairobi agenda.
We're building our capacity for Green Nairobi Limited, which is a company owned by the county that we formed, just like Nairobi Water Company. We have signed our waste-to-energy project. We're just waiting for the tariff for energy at Dandora. That'll give me more trucks, another 200 more trucks. So we will do our part, but the responsibility for a clean city belongs to all of us.
As the Green Army, the soldiers of the environment, tuko tu hapa kusafisha the Westland. At least watu hapa Westlands waone the environment is really good, because we say cleanliness is second to godliness.
We have points yenye tunaweza tupa takataka. Ukifika hapo utatupa, ni free. We won't charge you ukitupa takataka hapo. Kutupa takataka kila mahali kwa mji inatuadhirisha maisha kama wakazi wa Nairobi.
The Nairobi Green Company Limited will be responsible for maintaining cleanliness in the capital city. Kasichana Masha, Legends Edition.
A section of residents in Murang'a County is calling on the national and county governments to improve the quality of services at healthcare facilities and ensuring that hospitals are well equipped with essential medicines. This and other stories in the County News Roundup.
Speaking in separate medical camps organized by Ahadi Kenya in Magea and Kiharu constituencies in Murang'a County, residents call for the streamlining of healthcare services to ensure more people benefit from the Social Health Authority.
It's important for us to be checked regularly so that we can be able to know what kind of diseases we are suffering from.
Elsewhere, students of Meru University of Science and Technology have donated 20,000 Kenya shillings to a businesswoman whose shop was robbed during riots by students last week at Kaithe Market in Imenti North.
Comrades hawana kitu, tukachanga 5 bob, 10 bob, tukapata kitu kidogo, tukaamua tuletee madhe, at least tukue tumesimama naye.
And Mandera County Government has launched the construction of 10 new classrooms at Mandera Teachers Training College. The project, which is funded by the Office of the President, is expected to benefit more than 500 trainees who are set to enroll.
Hii college ni muhimu sana kwetu because tangu 2014 wakati ile incident ile ambayo ni bahati mbaya ilitendeka kati ya hapa na Arabia, ile incidents ya attack ya bus, tulikuwa na changamoto sana kuhusu walimu wa primary, walimu wa secondary.
Meanwhile, in Machakos County, Katiani Member of Parliament Robert Mbui is accusing the government of discrimination in the recruitment of teachers. He made the allegations while handing over a bus to Kinyau High School.
Sasa tuko hapa shule. Mwalimu analia. Wale walimu wako hapa wengi wanalipwa na wazazi.
In Nyandarua County, burial preparations for a man who died under mysterious circumstances in Michore village in Olkalau have been suspended.
Watu ama wakaaji wa kijiji hiki cha Central na viungani mwake wakaona haifai ule kijana kuzikwa kwa sababu hakuna yeyote ambaye amechukuliwa hatua. Kulingana nao, kifo cha Bwana Mwangi hakikuwa kifo cha kawaida. Kwa hivyo wanasema ni kuuliwa aliuliwa, na wangetaka sana kuona haki imetendeka.
The Kenya National Highways Authority has cautioned drivers against misusing liftable axles to evade weight limits, warning of safety risks and legal repercussions.
The purpose of weighing is to ascertain that the vehicles comply with the weights that they're supposed to carry illegally.
Finally, Rotarians have challenged members of society to embrace disabled children and support them in overcoming challenges to reach their full potential. The call was made in Mombasa County during the Sunshine Rally that brought together 2,500 children with physical and mental disabilities from 19 special needs schools in the 6 coastal counties.
Give them the chance. They are no different from anybody else. They can achieve. We've seen in the world people with disabilities being the best of innovators in technology and in many other areas.
Martini Maslin for Legends Edition.
Right after a quick commercial break, Tupi Lambila will join us with the latest in sports. Stay with us.
Inuka na Lotomoto 2025 ni kujinua full kashamba kajuja mali safi worth 1.7 million Kenyan shillings na kamejiset kwa *570 hash na tushinde.com. Na ukiwahi sahau landlord, unaongezewa 1 million Kenyan shillings ya kujenga kwa shamba yako. Sema kuinuka na bado kuna nini hiyo side nyingine? Hapa ndio mwisho. Weekly draw ya chapa bado iko na zawadi pia ni za kuinua. Iko Probox new model moja ya kipekee tayari kukuserve kwa biashara yako ya 2025. Iko Master Demio, kitu safi and sleek, ready kukuserve kwa machaji yako ya hapa na pale. Cheza mara kadhaa na uweze kujipatia entry tickets kibao na uboost chance yako ya kujishindia kwenye draw zetu. Na kama kawaida tutakubishia mahali popote ulipo tukufikishie ushindi wako. Kila kona imejazwa kwa *570 hash option 2, 3 na 4 na tushinde.com. Na kwako ni kuinuka na Lotomoto.
Nabii Stephen Juma ameandaa ibada ya kuvunja madhabahu ya kijamii. Usikose Jumapili hii. Utaratibu wa ibada ni kama ifuatavyo: saa 12 asubuhi, ibada ya kuombea wagonjwa. Kisha ibada ya kuvunja madhabahu ya kijamii itaanza mwendo wa saa 4 mchana. Jengeni madhabahu ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Kumbuka, kanisa lapatikana Komarok Stage 18, nyuma ya Ruby's Petrol Station, kando ya Accurate Schools.
Umbea utakumaliza wewe. Hii story imesambaa kila mahali. Na ni ngapi?
Plani yetu tafaulu kweli?
It has to.
The number cannot be reached now.
Ama majini akianza kuchimba atachimbua mpaka apate majibu.
Either way, Jane needs some time off.
Umebonga naye?
Tumeongea naye na sawa kabisa.
Na yuko wapi? Huyu si ni Jane? Hizi picha zinatusaidia nini? Kwa hivyo wako pamoja na Trish.
Anza kukaa kama mwanaume juu uangalie boma yetu.
I'll do anything to protect you and this family.
Mimi sina saa za madingo na wasoro. Nitakupepeta wewe. I want to know where my daughter is, who she is with, and why.
Here we go.
Cheer your favorite team and win big on MeChezoBet.com. Casino, Aviator, and other crash games also available at MeChezobet. Sign up today. This message has been approved by BCLB license number 664. Gambling can be addictive. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello and welcome to the sports segment of the Legends edition this Saturday evening. I'm Topi Liambila. Now, former Boston half marathon champion Brilliant Chepkorir and 10,000-meter world silver medalist Daniel Ebenyo are this year's Athletics Kenya Betika National Cross Country champions in the 10-kilometer races held today at the Eldoret Sports Club. Let's take a look.
Jeb Kuril from Kenya Prisons, who is a road running specialist athlete, beat a star-studded field to emerge victorious in 34 minutes, 29.1 seconds ahead of North Rift's Maureen Jepkoech, who took the second place in 32 minutes, 32.7 seconds, while Stacy Ndio of Police finished third in a time of 34 minutes, 54.5 seconds.
Season saizi coach anapanga races, sijui inaelekea wapi next. But goal twilling na prepare half marathon.
Ebenyo, the national police champions, had to wait until the last lap to beat his rival Kibiwot Kandia of Kenya Defence Forces, who was leading for the better part of the race. Little known Nixon Kugei of Kenya Wildlife Service finished second in 30 minutes, 52.6 seconds, followed by Simon Mungai from Central Region, who completed the podium positions in 30 minutes, 55.7 seconds.
This is my preparation for marathon next month. I'll be heading to Seoul Marathon in Korea. I am aiming to be in the podium.
Lona Cherono emerged victorious in the 6 kilometers under 20 women's race, where she clocked 21 minutes, 11.7 seconds, followed by Jocelyn Chepkomoy of Central Rift and Cynthia Chepkerui of Nairobi. Kevin Kiprop of Central Rift won 8 kilometers under 20 minutes race after crossing the finish line in 24 minutes, 57.4 seconds ahead of Franklin Kibet of North Rift and South Rift Emmanuel Lemiso. The race marked the conclusion of the cross-country season, which now paves way for the Siriko World Cross Country Championship set for Lobo Village. Sports Cabinet Secretary Sadim Mvurya, who graced the event, reiterated the government's commitment to support athletes ahead of this year's World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan.
The government of Kenya will stand with you. We will support the federations. We will support the organizations that lead sports in this country so that we can continue to occupy our place in the world and continue to profile Kenya.
You can feel the amazing crowd here.
Now, reports on Afro basket playoffs indicate that Kenya Lionesses finished fourth in the Women's Afro Basketball Zone 5 qualifiers at the Hassan Mustafa Arena in Egypt after they were beaten 80-63 by South Sudan in the battle for the bronze medal. The Kenyan team lost 84-6. From the FKF, Kenya Police and Tusker FC are still tied at the top of the FKF Premier League after the two sides played to a goalless draw in one of the 4 matches played today. The two sides remain in the first and second positions, respectively, with 38 points each, 4 points ahead of defending champions Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia, on their part, remained on the trail for the top 2 after coming from behind to beat Mathare United 2-1. Alfred Tanui scored in the 40th minute to hand Bandari FC 1-0 win over Sofapaka. Relegation threatened Bidco United and City Stars played to a 1-0 draw. In tomorrow's matches, KCB will face Muranga Seal. Ulinzi Stars will play Kakamega Homeboys, while Kariobangi Sharks will play away to FC Leopards. Posta Rangers will host Shabana, while Mara Sugar end their weekend fixtures against FC Talanta. These are some of the action captured in today's matches.
Anza na Jacob Onyango Yobo. Pembeni kule. Idris Idi Amadi. Wapo wengi nyuma kipindi cha pili. Idris Amadi mimina ndani, ameshinda mpira wa kwanza bado. Victor Kunyili! Siku ya kwanza kazini. Mechi yake ya kwanza ndani ya ligi kuu nchini Kenya. Bamdogo Victor Kunyili.
From the local basketball highlights, University of Nairobi's Dynamites last quarter victory assured them a 58-55 win over ANU Panthers in a highly contested Kenya Basketball Women's Premier League match played at the Nyayo National Stadium. Dynamites backed the first quarter 15-12 before ANU Panthers made a comeback in the second quarter to secure a 16-13 win. The varsity side, however, fought back to secure the third quarter thanks to baskets from Tinexa Piayo, Lauren Mwangi and Joy Busuru, which gave them the 12-10 victory to restore their lead. The fourth set proved to be a thriller as both teams gave it all, determined to carry the day, but it was the Dynamites who edged their opponents 18-17 to emerge victorious. In the men's Premier League matches, KPA beat USIU Tigers 68-47, while Division 1 Dream Girls beat Kisii University Vipers 45-19 as Air Absa Eagles beat Click Mamba 61-57. JKUAT Lynx overcame Lady Titans by a narrow margin of 48-46 in another match. KBC crew was on hand to record the following. Take a look.
We have a chance of not being relegated, and this win will help us get more wins. So it's going to put us in a better place in the brackets of the league.
We need to work on our fouling, our defense especially under the rim. We need to work so hard on that, and our runs. We need to make a better way of stopping our big men, because we are a small team and we have small body sizes.
Last week we've been working on our conditioning, and I think we are not yet there, but we will work on it.
On tennis, in the J60 finals, top seed Ragwin Tungamili of Botswana emerged the overall winner in the boys' singles during the ITF World Tennis J60 Tour when he beat Gwenoni of Morocco 6-4, 1-6, 6-3 in an entertaining final played at the Nairobi club. En route to the finals, Ragwin beat Thomas Plot of France 6-2, 6-0 in the quarterfinals before he overcame fourth-seeded Amar Husseinovic in the semi-finals. Quinon, on the other hand, beat Uros Zijovic, Serbia 6-4, 6-2 in the quarterfinals before he dismissed the second-seed Dan Brand of Israel in the other semi-final. In the girls' singles, third-seed Sim Sioen of Korea beat Baranes Daniel of Israel 6-4, 7-6 to emerge the winner as the pair of Dan Brand and Lavina Guy bagged the boys' doubles title after they beat Osenovic and Zikovic Uros Sim Sion and Shipal Janat were the winners in the girls' doubles after they beat Arima Rito and Hattori Amane 6-2, 4-6. Some of the action. On cricket, 11 boys and girls are the latest beneficiaries of the Obuya Cricket Education Program that supports learners from humble backgrounds with their education and sports talent in cricket. 6 of the 11 received their scholarships today as the Obuya's target to support at least 27 children in 2025 and every other year in honor of one of Kenya's greatest cricket players, Collins Obuya, who wore jersey number 7. Let's take a look.
For 6 years now, the Obuya Academy has been running a support program for children from humble backgrounds with their education. And just 6 weeks into 2025, 11 learners have already received their education support. The program, named Cricket Education Program, seeks to support learners who are already playing or are willing to try the sport of cricket, with the aim of benefiting them both with their academics and talents.
It's very important, coming from a background that I was educated through this lovely sport, which is cricket, and I got very, 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 very good support of the generation who had sponsored us to playing cricket and pay for education. And that's why we decided to take this journey. And I just want to say it's been a huge support, especially from parents who are involved in Peponi, who supports the kids. Some parents are not part of Peponi, but they're a huge support of the program that we are doing. Ours is basically just to try and give back in the best way we can. If sports can help you to get studies, why not?
Felista Kavuta, a student at Mukaya Girls in Makueni County, is one of the 2025 beneficiaries of the program that has seen the Obuya Academy spend about 10 million shillings since the start 6 years ago.
Najisi vyema kwa sababu wazazi wangu watakuwa wanateseka kunilipia karo ya shule. Na nitacheza vyema hadi nichezea wana crickets wa Kenya.
Cricket sport has already started in Makueni. As I speak, we have 20 teams in Kadonsweni, and I'm very sure that we're going to have many others as we seek to ensure that we popularize the game in the county.
Other students who have benefited from the program in 2025 are Raymond Mwenda of Kiambu National Polytechnic, Misera Eric of Mamangina University, Kingsley Mwangi of St. Paul's Boys Gathukini, Geoffrey Kamau of St. Matthias Busia, and Daniel Mbalia of the Multimedia University.
I had no motivation to go for the further studies from when I finished primary. They helped me. So for me to give back, I have to study hard. So them paying for my school fees motivates me to push harder and go higher.
In addition to the scholarships, a feeding program is also running concurrently with the scholarships at 2 primary schools in Nairobi.
We'll keep on trying and pushing as much as we can, as many kids as we can. As you get the sponsorship, we're definitely going to support so many kids. I would love to do all the 24 counties, at least one kid from all the 24 counties, and especially if they're good in sports, and we make a county challenge which will encourage all the kids.
More than 100 young cricket players have benefited from the program in 6 counties, namely Nairobi, Makueni, Busia, Kajiado, Kiambu, and Siaya, and the academy is hopeful of spreading the program to 24 counties by the end of the year 2025.
If there's a kid who is talented in that area, so we partner together. It doesn't have to be very good in sports, but he has to be dedicated in what he or she is doing. And that's why we've decided that's our selection panel. So we try and encourage as many kids to be part of the process, but they have to be involved in playing cricket. You don't have to be a player. You can be a scorer. You can be an umpire.
An 8-team cricket tournament will be held in August this year to give a chance to players of all age groups gauge their talents under experienced Obuya coaches. Barclay Feather, Legends Edition.
A very noble idea. Hopefully it can be emulated by other retired internationals in the other sporting disciplines. Kudos, the Obuya family. Now on swimming, Sharon Muturi and Moses Peter were among the standout swimmers during the annual Greenview Schools Swimming Gala held at the Eastern Arc Hotel in Malaa. The one-day competition that attracted more than 100 swimmers was organized to nurture young talents, promote sportsmanship, and encourage physical fitness in young swimmers. Let's take a look.
Sharon Muturi and Moses Peter were totally unmatched during the annual Greenview School Swimming Gala. Muturi was at her very best under the water as she dominated and won the 200-meter freestyle event, ahead of Elina Wandoe and Amy Wakarindi, who were second and third respectively. Moses Peter won the boys' event ahead of Ayik Chol and Roy Mukiri, who settled for the silver and bronze medals.
We have had quite a good number of participants, and they really worked hard in different areas. They have swum in different means, and it has been really competitive. Well, why do this? This is in line with the CBC requirements. It really demands us to build our learners' talents, and that is what we are working hard towards. And as a school, we are committed to promote our learners and make them grow their talent.
In the same event for the junior school, Patience Jep Kosgei, Natalie Grace and Milete Mbula took the top 3 positions in that order, while in the boys category, John Mwangi, Denzel Ocheng and Leon Mwendwa matched that feat.
This year, I would really want to acknowledge the growth of our participants as compared to last year. We've really partnered with the best coaches to ensure that our learners get the best, and they really practiced for this, like you've seen, and that has really also minimized injuries.
Patience Jep Kosgei and John Mwangi also won the 100 meters event in lower primary, as Sharon Muturi and Ayik Chol won the upper primary 100 meters freestyle event.
We had a swimming gala in Eastern Arc Hotel. I actually never expected to win these medals, but by the will of God, I won.
I have participated in all the races, but have currently won dashboard and freestyle.
I have won 2 medals, one for backstroke and the other one for mixed relays. The competition was fair, everybody enjoyed, and it was a fun day.
Gianna Kalondu and Precious Hope were the best swimmers in the lower primary 100 meters event. Victor Gitonga and Oprah Katanu won the 100 meters parents event.
Every year is a learning lesson, and we're looking forward to making it better, even ensuring that our learners participate even nationally. We've national competitions that are there, and we wish to enroll our learners to compete with other learners in the country, and maybe even internationally. We are determined to make our learners grow far and wide, from Nairobi and outside Kenya and maybe outside Africa.
The one-day competition not only strengthened the school's swimming culture, but also fostered unity and enthusiasm for sports.
Inuka na Lotomoto 2025 ni kuchinua full kashamba kajuja mali safi worth 1.7 million Kenyan shillings na kamejiset kwa *570 hash na tushinde.com. Na ukiwahi sahau landlord, unaongezewa 1 million Kenyan shillings ya kujenga kwa shamba yako. Sema kuinuka na bado kuna nini hiyo side nyingine? Hapa ndio mwisho. Weekly draw ya chapa bado iko na zawadi pia ni za kukuinua. Iko Probox new model moja ya kipekee tayari kukuserve kwa biashara yako ya 2025. Iko Master Demio, itu safi sleek, ready kukuserve kwa mahitaji yako ya hapa na pale. Cheza mara kadhaa na uweze kujipatia entry tickets kibao na uboost chance yako ya kujishindia kwenye draw zetu. Na kama kawaida tutakubishia mahali popote uliko tukufikishie ushindi wako. Kila kona imejazwa kwa *570 hash option 2, 3 na 4 na tushinde.com, na kwako ni kuinuka na Lotomoto.
Thank you for staying with KBC Legends Edition. We're back again with the rest of the sports. Meanwhile, in the swimming, still, Lee Mwangaza from Braeburn Swim Club took a time of 32.87 seconds to set a new county-level record in the 14 to 15-year-old boys 50-meter backstroke as the Nairobi County Swimming Association Level 2 Championships entered day 2 at the Kyoto School here in Nairobi. Meanwhile, more than 250 swimmers took part in the Peak Sports Round 2 Age Group Swimming Championship at the Moi Educational Center here in Nairobi. Let's take a look.
It was a good start for Lee Mwangaza, who took a time of 32.87 seconds to set a new county level in the 14 to 15-year-old boys 50 meters backstroke and erase the previous record that stood at 33.92 seconds.
I think I've done really well today. I've won 2 medals, but mostly I'm really proud that I've lost time in both of my events, and I've lost a lot of time, and that's really what I came here to do. And I've moved up into level 3, and that was my goal, so I'm really happy with how I've done today.
I make sure that I'm able to, I plan out my day before I go for the swimming. I make sure when I get back from swimming training, I'm able to have enough time to finish.
When it comes to level 2 and level 3, the swimmers are much faster, so the events go very fast. So what will happen is that we find ourselves having very well-timed events. The events are very well-timed. We start on time, finish on very good time.
In the 8 to 9 years women individual scores, Anais Simiyu from Little Fish Swim Club garnered 7 points ahead of Grace Munyiri and Sasha Kuril, who took the 2nd and 3rd places respectively. Braeburn Swimming Club took charge of day 2 with a total of 37 medals, 17 gold, 11 silver and 9 bronze medals as Pro Swim Academy and C. Oses Aquatic Center took the 2nd and 3rd places respectively. Meanwhile, more than 250 swimmers took part in the Peak Sports Round 2 Age Group Swimming Championships that was held at the Moi Education Center here in Nairobi. Aga Khan Academy emerged the overall winner with a total of 89 medals, that is 32 gold, 27 silver and 30 bronze medals, as a Riara group of schools came in 2nd with 31 medals. Jabalki's women finished 3rd with 23, followed by GMC.
It was quite challenging. I learned new skills. It was fun. It was exciting. It was challenging.
I started swimming since I was, I think 4 years old.
I joined my school swimming team. I used to be coached at a place near my home.
For Legends Edition Sports, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
From athletics, 1989 London Marathon champion Douglas Wakihuri has urged young talented athletes to be courageous and strive to compete at all levels to realize their dream of becoming celebrated athletes in Kenya. Wakihuri was speaking during the one-day PIPSA Athletics Championships held at M-Pesa Foundation in Thika. Let's take a listen.
While praising the efforts put in by junior athletes during the one-day private primary school sports association athletics event, 1987 world champion Douglas Wakihuri noted that the future of Kenyan athletics lies in the juniors and they must make efforts to realize their dream.
I'm here for PIPSA, an event that is the basket of the future athletes for Team Kenya. And I think if the talent here is tapped well, it's actually going to improve we are going to see better athletes coming out of this for Team Kenya.
More than 400 junior athletes took part in the event that attracted 10 schools, among them Brookhurst International, Esport Academy, Juja Preparatory and Kianda School.
We've come because we have a competition, a global competition in April in Abu Dhabi. So we've come to give them a test. We've come with Coach Douglas, who's also well known internationally, won many medals for Kenya. So we are happy to be here with him and for our students to compete.
12-year-old Melvin Jahari and 6-year-old Adasa Jail were among the best runners of the tournament.
I'm here with my friends and I love chatting with my friends, racing with other schools and earning other medals. My preparation was hard and it was tough. I prepared a lot for this championship.
Jahari won gold in the 75-meter race in a time of 11.88 seconds, as Adasa secured a gold medal in the 400 meters in 1 minute, 37.15 seconds.
Douglas Okihuri was also the 1987 world champion in the marathon in Rome. Now over to kids sports, where football academies in Europe have continued to provide an avenue where big clubs get to discover new talent that could turn out to be beneficial to the clubs. Hence the formation of many academies in Kenya, where many parents get to enroll their children who wish to play professional football abroad. Daniel Mwendwa today visited one such organization in the city, the Nairobi Academy School, who are co-hosting the 6th edition of the Gold Star Football Tournament, and compiled this report. Let's take a listen.
As they take up the sport, they see hope, they see determination, and also a bright future ahead, aiming to become among the best footballers in the world. Happiness is evident by the winning teams as they proudly receive their medals and trophies, recounting their sports life.
I started playing football when I was 5 because I saw people enjoying it and I knew it was something I was going to enjoy.
I started playing football when I was 9 years old in class 4. It's been very good and every day I try to get better and better. Yeah.
Football is a sport that needs attention and dedication, and Gold Star Football Tournament is not just a tournament that is used by kids and coaches to expose their prowess, but rather to be scouted at an early age, according to the tournament director Thomas Muli.
It initially started as a Nairobi region, but now it's expanding. We are seeing great skills, and as we move on, we're seeing the tournament is getting better and better, and there's a lot of talent.
If you go to other countries, like European countries, they look for the passion of the kid when they are very young. Like at the age of 4, already the kid is playing. When these kids are already 12 years, they are already playing international. They're already signing contracts. But in Africa, here is when we delay a lot. So if you can identify the talent of these kids when they are very young, it is better for them.
Muli also decried how some vices like age cheating has affected talent growth.
It's basically it's a problem that is facing many institutions and many academies, but we would like going forward to ensure that we do not have cheating, age cheating in our tournaments.
As a coach, if you do age cheating, you're not growing the kids, because these kids have levels where they play. The kids are supposed to play under 7. When they grow up, they move to another level, which is under 9. When they keep on training, they move to another level. But if now you bring a big boy to play for under 7, now the under 7s will be disadvantaged. Of course, the opponent will be disadvantaged, and will also be doing a wrong thing as a coach, because what about the kids we have for that age?
And to those who think that football is hard, not to crack.
These kids, I have so many that I've seen they are going to Europe, Spain, and other countries. As a parent, it's you to decide where you want your kid to be. Train the kid very well, and you can find an opportunity for them in Europe.
The director also called on parents and other stakeholders to nurture talents at an early age and ensure that there is enough competitions to expose them, so that there is a constant supply of fresh blood in the senior teams.
It is not only just about playing, there is character development in it. So apart from looking at it in monetary value, we build character.
For Legends Edition Sports, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
From the volleyball scene, the inaugural Kenya Cup Volleyball Men's Tournament will spike off next weekend, following the completion of the Women's Tournament this week at the Nyayo National Stadium. The men's tournament will be held on the 15th and 16th of this month at the Moi International Sports Centre, Kasarani. In the women's tournament, KCB women's volleyball team asserted their dominance in Pool B, where they thrashed the KDF in 3 straight sets of 25-16, 25-12 and 25-19. Kenya Pipeline were also undeterred in their Pool B encounters, where they beat Kenya Army in straight sets of 25-13, 25-10 and 25-12. DCI managed to win one set but could not hold down Kenya Prisons as they lost by 3 sets to 1 of 25-16, 21-25, 25-14 and 25-13. Yeah, of course, it's a point to mention that, the sports world is also mourning legendary fallen hero Leonard Mbotela was a great football commentator of the 80s and 90s. And now this is Topi Lembila, and this has been the sports segment of the Legends edition. I hand you over to my colleague Fayyaz Qureshi to wrap up the deal this evening. And remember to keep it KBC throughout the week.
Right, thank you very much, Topi Lembila, for the latest from the world of sports. And that's all from our newsroom. Our sign language interpreter for tonight's edition was Lucy Mara. I am Fayyaz Qureshi. Have a good night.
Favorite team and win big on MeChesobet.com. Casino, Aviator, and other crash games also available at MeChesobet. Sign up today. This message has been approved by BCLB license number 664. Gambling can be addictive. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
In the name of Jesus Christ, Mungu anatarajia ukanyange hatua mbele. Wengine wametawaliwa na uchawi, wakati wao umefika. Wewe umenitazama siku ya leo. Neema na kibali cha Bwana kikawe juu ya maisha yako.